This is shocking, as King Charles's portrait demonic image has been the subject of intense scrutiny from internet critics ever since he revealed the picture at Buckingham Palace. On the other hand, the portrait presents a stately image of the British king wearing the crimson uniform of the Welsh Guards, nearly completely covered in flaming red paint. Since then, the picture has gone viral, with some calling it satanic and others saying it shows Charles in hell.
Pretty red, looks kind of like a massacre or something here. This is the official portrait?
What motivated this kind of painting? Why would King Charles choose such a color, and who was the artist? Well, sit tight as we delve deeper into the messy portrait that looks like Blood of Fire Hades. Who is King Charles III? On November 14, 1948, King Charles Philip Arthur George was born in London. He is the oldest of the 4 children of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, since his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, passed away on September 8, 2022. King Charles III has ruled the United Kingdom.
God save the King. God save the King.
On May 6, 2023, he was crowned during his coronation. The public scrutinized Charles, the eldest child of Elizabeth and Prince Philip, throughout his childhood. He was crowned Prince of Wales at 9 years old, a position he retained for over 60 years. He graduated from college first among his heirs apparent in 1970, and he went on to serve in the military, eventually rising to the rank of commander of the HMS Bronington. Furthermore, Charles wed Diana Spencer in 1981, amid much fanfare from the media. Nevertheless, the pair separated in 1996.
It is announced from Buckingham Palace that, with regret, the Prince and Princess of Wales have decided to separate.
Following years of rumors and controversy. In 2005, Charles married Camilla Parker Bowles, his lifelong sweetheart. He has 10 grandchildren and is the father of Princes William and Harry. His numerous charitable and environmental projects include the King's Foundation and the King's Trust. So, what if I told you King Charles made an ugly portrait of himself? It's shocking, right? History behind the painting. A video clip of King Charles revealing his newly completed royal portrait, the first official one since his coronation, was published by Buckingham Palace on May 14, 2024. Renowned artist Jonathan Yeo was commissioned to produce the piece of art in 2020 to commemorate the then Prince of Wales's 50 years of membership in the Drapers Company. In addition to the striking crimson that permeates the whole picture, Charles's face has a butterfly painted next to it. According to artist Yeo, the butterfly represents the king's metamorphosis from the Prince of Wales to the head of the British monarchy. Additionally, Yeo discussed how he goes about painting a decent portrait, observing that people often ask, "Is there a secret to drawing a beautiful portrait?" And I reply, honestly, I have no idea. Actually, I believe there is one, and that is choosing a topic that interests you from the outset. And, aside from Her Majesty, you couldn't ask for a better one than this. The artist previously created portraits of Camilla, then known as the Duchess of Cornwall, in 2014, and the late Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, in 2008. Charles is shown in the portrait by British artist Jonathan Yeo with a sword while donning the Welsh Guards attire. His body is consumed by the background and the brilliant crimson brushstrokes. Charles, on the other hand, has an ashen gray visage that bears a striking resemblance to the monarch. It nearly gives the sense that Charles is a burning corpse. King appears demonic, according to some. In addition, a butterfly that is hovering above his left shoulder honors his passion for the natural world. Social media users' opinions about King Charles III's first official image since his coronation are divided. Following its unveiling on Tuesday, the shockingly red image of the British monarch in uniform sparked a lot of discussion on social media. Many quickly labeled it as disturbing and satanic. Additionally, Jonathan Yeo painted the 230 cm by 165.5 cm, which is about 7.5 feet by 5.4 feet oil on canvas. Yeo previously created canvas portraits for Charles's father, Prince Philip, in 2008, and his wife Camilla in 2014. About the brand new painting. On a crimson backdrop, the monarch is seen in the picture wearing the ceremonial red Welsh Guards attire. A crimson butterfly is also seen in the painting hovering over his shoulder. The artist interprets the little insect as a representation of King Charles III's environmental conservation activities. As King Charles continues his medical treatment, he has taken on limited responsibilities as head of state and unveiled the image himself. What is the world saying about this portrait? Social media reaction to King Charles III's portrait. Many remarked on how the portrait's predominant use of the color red made it appear more hideous and satanic. A social media user on X commented, "King Charles's new portrait is absolutely hideous. Looks like he is burning in hell." The castle will display a regal image of King Charles. It appears that his grandchildren used crayons to help color it in. It has a lot of strange hidden items, an eye. To the left of it, there appears to be a screaming woman, most likely Kate. "Charles, what on earth is going on?" "Awkward," responded a different user. Do you also know that the UK's King Charles III was recently in the news for his cancer diagnosis and is once again being talked about? A butterfly is seen lingering on King Charles III's shoulder in Jonathan Yeo's blazing crimson picture. Despite claims that it conveys the king's deep humanity and portrays a 21st century monarchy, many people on the internet were not amused by it. Some even referred to it as bloody or satanic. Who is the artist behind this painting? The painter, Jonathan Yeo. Being unbiased about an artist you adore on a personal level might be difficult. The artist Jonathan Yeo, who revealed his image of King Charles amid a flurry of red publicity, was immediately taken aback. It's understandable why Yeo enjoys portraying well-known individuals. He's laid back, smart, and modest. But Yeo captures the king in all his vices in his image. Technically speaking, it is unfelt and superficial. This is merely a strange metaphor about a monarch butterfly that Yeo claims represents the king's transformation from prince to king. It offers no insight into the king's character. Really? Are you kidding me? Nice flattery, bro. It follows that King Charles was reported satisfied with his first official portrait upon his coronation is not surprising. Who would begrudge any joy this blazing red homage offers good old King Charles as he bravely battles cancer? However, the pleasant feeling of happiness and optimism that arises from the fusion of Charles's red military uniform with a pink psychedelic indulgence comes at the expense of any true creative insight or intention. This piece of art by Yeo corresponds to the formula. He meticulously studies a person's features before boldly crashing this gloomy portrayal with an explosion of vibrant, abstract wall art. He did Taron Egerton in Pink and Purple Rain, and Cara Delevingne in an ambiguous sub-aqua environment. This seems to me to be an avoidance of true portraiture, which is predicated on keen, critical observation. But why would he make King Charles's image worse than his other works? Apparently, royalists will never approve of portraits that feature their heroes in such a perceptive light. Sensationalists will never love Lucian Freud's penetrating, brutally honest picture of Queen Elizabeth II because it dares to depict the regal personage like any other person. Only one great artist in recent memory has been permitted this close to a royal head. To be fair, Yeo has also seen Charles blatantly, just like he sees everyone. His depiction of that compassionate face doesn't enhance what we see of Charles in pictures and television shows, unless it is unfair to the photographers and camera operators who frequently record awkward and nuanced times in the royal family's interactions with the real world. We were even treated to some less than cheerful glances of a furious Charles during the respectful coverage of his ascension. This painting makes you want to laugh, but if you value art, it also makes you feel a little depressed. However, Yeo seems to be implying that painting is merely a pleasant bit of gimmick and showmanship. Truth doesn't matter when you can seem good. A serious portrait would not blend joyful pseudo-portraiture with haphazard color. Rather, it would stare hard and long at Charles or anyone else. The monarch is not this simple, as we all know. The monarch is aware that he is not thus simple. It's a work of shallow art by a ridiculously optimistic artist who ought to go by Jonathan Yeo. After a commission to paint former U.S. President George W. Bush fell through in 2007, he made a satirical piece about the assumed moral superiority of the extreme right in American politics by assembling cutouts from extreme pornographic magazines to create a portrait of the president. Is George W. Bush considered a member of the extreme right in American politics? Maybe he could if we were looking from the far left. Yo is brilliant, but his judgment and taste are far from outstanding. Regretfully, his painting of the king, which will outlive them both, reflects these flaws. Because of the extensive use of red paint, Charles's painting has drawn criticism online, with several users calling it satanic. It has also been asserted by users of X, previously Twitter, that the picture shows the end of a vicious and brutal imperial monarchy. Someone else said, King Charles' new portrait is absolutely fecking hideous. Looks like he is burning in hell. King Charles's portrait will be displayed at the Drapers' Hall from August. Meanwhile, starting on the 16th of May and running through June 14th, the artwork will be on free public display at the Philip Mould Gallery in London. The news source claims that starting at the end of August of this year, the Drapers' Hall would eventually display the updated portrait of the king. Yo has painted several well-known people besides the royal family, such as Hollywood star Nicole Kidman, activist Malala Yousafzai, and Sir David Attenborough. What do you think about this portrait generally? Do you feel it's demonic, or is it just a painting? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video, please click on any of our videos displayed on your screen for more shocking and intriguing discoveries like this. See you in our next video.